Who are the top 10 best in-ring workers in WWE today? There is a multitude of different things that go into making this type of list, so please leave your thoughts and comments down below whether or not you agree with who I have on here or who I might not have on here. I tried to make this as objective as possible, but there's gonna be people on here that you most likely won't agree with. So please leave your thoughts and comments down below whether or not you agree or disagree with my list, and let's get into it. In my number 10 position, I have Kevin Owens. Now, hear me out. I know you probably would expect him to be a little bit higher, but as I said, this is a very hard list to make. So there was 9 other people I think who are actually better than him, but I think he struggles in certain aspects where he is only good in certain matches. Now, don't get me wrong, he's fantastic in any match he's in, but I think he really excels in the street fight, ladder match type of matches, something that he can use as a weapon and let it be legal. I think he excels in those type of matches, but those matches aren't matches all the time, you know? Those are certain times that they'll have those type of matches, and they come out more with him because obviously those are the type of matches he really excels in. So I really couldn't justify putting him higher than the 10th spot because, again, he does really good in any match he's in, but he excels in the matches that don't happen very often. So the matches that do happen very often, just the regular one-on-one or whatever the case may be, a tag match, he's good in those, but I wouldn't say he's fantastic in those, okay? So yes, I just kind of contradicted what I just said, but yes, he's good, but he ain't great. I'll just say that. But I really do enjoy watching him a lot, and I had to put him on this list. In my number 9 position, I have Kevin Owens' best friend, Sami Zayn. I think Sami Zayn is really good in the ring. Kind of the same thing as Kevin Owens, but he does better in those one-on-one tag matches. He does very well in those matches, and that's why I had to put him higher. But he does just as well in those street fight type of matches. I think Kevin Owens is probably a little bit better in those, but Sami Zayn is fantastic in those as well. So he is just a really good worker that I don't think gets a lot of praise for how good he is in the ring. I think he is somebody that puts over his talent really well. Anyone that he's in the ring with, he sells so damn well for. Like, he's had matches with Kevin Owens in the past, and he has made Kevin Owens look phenomenal with some of these moves that he sells for him. I really like watching Sami Zayn in the ring. He is just so damn good, and I hope he goes far in this King of the Ring tournament because I would love to see him in Saudi Arabia going for the King of the Ring crown, you know. I really would love to see him do that. Now, I don't know if I want to see him win the match, you know, get a guaranteed championship match at SummerSlam. Save that for the Royal Rumble. Let him win 2026 Royal Rumble in Saudi. But I think having him in the finals is a really cool way to just pay Sami Zayn some respect because he deserves it. He has been a great asset for WWE for the past however long he's been with the company now. I think 10 plus years. So he deserves his respect because he is a great in-ring worker. In my number 8 position, I have Gunther. I think Gunther is a fantastic in-ring competitor. I think he struggles a little bit with the selling aspect, making it look like he's actually selling a move for certain people. Kind of like Jey Uso. He kind of struggled with putting Jey Uso over. Now, there was probably a multitude of different things that went into those matches and stuff where he just probably didn't really want to do it in general, put Jey Uso over, and I get that. Jey Uso isn't good, so I get that. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's the first time, though, that he's struggled with kind of selling and bumping. I think he kind of struggles with that. I think that's probably his weakest thing in his entire game. But outside of that, everything else he does is fantastic. Any match he is a part of, he makes it a really good match outside of the matches he's had with Jey Uso. But the ones with Damian Priest, I thought were really good matches, especially their match at last year's SummerSlam. I thought it was one of, if not the best in-ring match that entire night. And there was a couple good in-ring matches that night, but I think this one really did steal the show, and you got to give Gunther his praise. I mean, I think Gunther really does put on a lot of really good matches, and it comes with being a champion most of his time in WWE. It's almost to be expected that he's going to have really good matches if he's been champion for that long. It's really cool feature that he has, but his in-ring ability backs up everything that he's about, and I absolutely love that. I think Gunther is a fantastic talent. Now, in my number 7 position, I have Finn Balor. This one might be a little bit of a sneak, but hear me out. I feel like any type of match that need to put a face over in, they either call on Chad Gable or they call on this man, Finn Balor. They want somebody to put over their top uber face, and they call on one of these two people to put over somebody, because Finn Balor is one of the best in-ring technicians. I think Finn Balor understands wrestling to an absolute T, and people do not understand how actually good he is in the ring. He is one of the best, and it pains me that he has just been having one of the most terrible couple of years lately with the Judgment Day. He has barely won any singles matches. I think recently he just won his 3rd or 2nd singles match in like 2 years. That is insane. He deserves so much better, especially since he's a really, really good in-ring talent. And I don't understand why they don't utilize him better, because he has the talent to be really, really good, but they just don't let him do it. And he's getting to that point where he's getting older. He's like 43, almost, I think, 44. And he's getting to that point, that age, where it's going to be harder for him to start really being good in the ring. So I would say he's in some of his prime years right now. Utilize him. He is really, really good. He puts over any talent he is in the ring with. And he puts on a 5-star classic, like right away. It does not matter who he's in the ring with. They put on a fantastic match any single time. And that is why I have Finn on here, because he'll put on a good match with Jey Uso even if he doesn't like Jey Uso. That's something Gunther couldn't do. I'm sure Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens probably could do that. I mean, just watch their WrestleMania 39 main event. That was a great match, but in general, in a one-on-one match, I really think Finn Balor is one of the best, and he is really, really good at just putting over anybody he's in the ring with. In my number 6 position, I have Io Sky. This one might get me a little bit of hate, but hear me out. I think Io Sky is a really, really great in-ring technician. I think she is one of the best women wrestlers on the planet, but there are some things that kind of concern me about her. One being, she tends to botch more times than you would think, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, obviously, because it happens. I get that, but for somebody who is supposed to be one of the best in-ring wrestlers, she is botching quite a lot. And then her other problem is that she's such a smaller athlete that she has a harder time lifting up people who might be bigger than her. Anyone who's bigger than her, she can't do a big person move on them. She is just an aerialist, and those are fun, don't get me wrong, because I loved Rey Mysterio growing up, and he got himself onto this list, so I wouldn't have said that Rey Mysterio was one of the best, you know? Say I was making this list 10 years ago, Rey Mysterio would have made his way onto this list or whatever. Actually, it would be probably closer to 15 years ago now. But Rey Mysterio would have found his way on this list, but he would be kind of where Io Sky is. Io Sky, I think, is a really, really good in-ring talent, and yes, you can call on her to put on an instant 5-star classic right away. But yeah, she has some things in her game that I think won't, be really, really good for her, but her selling, her bumping, everything like that is fantastic. And she's just a really, really good in-ring technician. I love her game. I love everything that she does. She's a really, really good wrestler, but ever since Mania, they have not been using her very well at all, and I really want to see her in a good match. Maybe come Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, there'll be something for her to do. I'm praying, because she needs something. All we do is see her in backstage segments, and that's very lackluster considering she's not a great English speaker. So I really would love to see an in-ring match for her sometime soon. In my number 5 position, I have CM Punk. This is either going to get me a lot of hate for not having him higher, or this is going to get me a lot of hate for having him on this list in general. I don't think anybody would agree with me here having him in this position, but who knows? Maybe you will. I think CM Punk is a really, really good in-ring worker right now. I think he puts on a great match all the time. Now, if I had more spots, I would have included Drew McIntyre on this list. Yes, spoiler alert, Drew McIntyre is not on this list, because their match in Hell in a Cell was fantastic. But I think a lot of that has to do with the way CM Punk went about that entire match. I think CM Punk sold his ass off for Drew. I think CM Punk made that match look really, really good. Even though Drew did just as well. Don't get me wrong, Drew did just as well, but Punk does it in every single match he's in. I think Punk has instant 5-star matches right away. I think he has instant 5-star classics right away, and it's any match that he's in. You know, he gets put in these high match scenarios, and this match with John Cena at Night of Champions, I have a feeling will be a really, really good match because of CM Punk, not because of John Cena. I really do believe that CM Punk is one of those guys who's just a good in-ring technician that just puts over anybody he's in the ring with. Even though he's more or less being the one put over because he's the mega uber face that everyone wants to see win. But either way, any match he's in, like the triple threat match that he had with AJ Styles and El Grande Americano for the Money in the Bank qualifier, I thought that was a great match, and there was no reason for it to be so good, you know? Because it was just a Money in the Bank qualifying match, you know? It wasn't like a world title match. It was just a random qualifying match, and it had no right being that good, but it was a great match because two really, really good in-ring technicians were with him, and we will get to them later. But yes, CM Punk is a fantastic in-ring worker. Ever since he's come back, he has surprised me with how good he has been in the ring. Even though we've only seen him a few times in the ring, probably like, you could probably count to 10 how many times we've actually seen him in the ring, but either way, he has made it worth your while anytime he is in the ring. So yeah, CM Punk has been fantastic. In my number 4 position, I have Stephanie Vaquer. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, what the hell? Now, hear me out. I think Stephanie Vaquer is a fantastic worker, and spoiler alert, she is the last woman on this list. I believe she is the best women's wrestler in WWE. I think she is fantastic at everything she does. She has an entire game package. She's an aerialist when she needs to be. She can do strong moves, lifting somebody up, doing slams. She has the whole game. She can do submissions if she needs to. She has that devil's kiss that everyone loves. Don't gif me doing that, okay? Don't gif me. But yes, she is a fantastic in-ring worker. I really love everything she's about. Everything that I kind of knacked on Io Sky about, the strength aspect of being able to lift people. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've seen Io Sky doing like German suplexes and shit, but come on, let's be real here. Stephanie Vaquer can just lift anybody. Her finisher literally requires her to lift her opponent up and drop her on her knee. So yeah, Stephanie Vaquer just has the entire package, man. I don't know how else to say it. Instant 5 stars anytime she's in the ring. And I'll be saying that a lot going forward, especially ever since probably like, I don't know, the 7th position I've been saying this. But all of these people on this list can make a 5-star classic instantly, you know? But really, Stephanie Vaquer deserves her flowers. She has been fantastic since coming into WWE, and I'm sure she had been fantastic outside of WWE. I know she was one of the hottest free agents coming in, so she has just been so good, though. I absolutely love any match that she is in, and I get excited anytime I see her. So she is really good, and I hope she has some big things coming up for her going forward. Maybe a really solid Evolution 2 match for her, because again, she should be in it, you know. I think maybe in it, a running it back with Io and Stephanie would be a fantastic Evolution 2 match. In my number 3 position, I have AJ Styles. Now, if you are a hardcore wrestling fan, you'd probably be wondering, why the hell is he in number 3 and not number 1 or number 2? Well, that's because I think AJ Styles has slowed down just a tad bit, but he's still so good enough to get himself into the number 3 position. And don't get me wrong here, it is a toss-up between 1, 2, and 3. I could easily see it going either way. If you want any of these 3 to be flip-flopped, I don't mind. But I love everything AJ Styles is about in the ring. He is a fantastic worker. Any match he is in, fantastic match. And I hope to God, when he has his match with Dominic Mysterio for that Intercontinental Championship, because I'm assuming that is where they're going, I hope he puts over Dom really well, and I hope to God Dom retains. Please retain Dom. But yes, because I only feel like one person should dethrone Dom. Only one person, and I've already talked about him. Finn Balor. Only one who should be dethroning him. But AJ Styles, he's on the end part of his career here. We already know that. He said he only has a few years left of his career. I think he said he's going until maybe he turns 50, and so I think he just turned 48, so he has like 2 years left, and then he's gonna call it a career. absolute Hall of Famer. I mean, he is a Hall of Famer, 100%. He is one of the best there's ever been. In-ring technician, he has the entire package. That's all you need to say about AJ Styles. He has it all, and he still has it all after all this time in the ring, all this entire long career that he has had. He still has the entire package, and it still looks like he could go another 20 years because that's how damn good he is. In my number 2 position, I have Chad Gable. Now, hear me out. His match at AAA, I already knew going into it was going to be a great match because Chad Gable was the one doing it, but he just does not get enough love, in my opinion. Any fucking match this dude is in is an instant 10-star classic. I mean, he put over El Hijo del Vikingo so damn hard. That was a fantastic match. That was an instant 10-star classic, in my opinion. That was a great match at AAA, and he just does not get enough love, in my opinion. I mean, they utilized him 3 times this past weekend, 2 matches on Saturday. Okay, I'm sorry, but yes, he is El Grande Americano. And that was a good match. He had some great spots in that match, spots that I'm surprised he took, considering he just had a fucking 10-star classic across the street. But beside that, he literally had another match against AJ Styles on Monday Night Raw. I don't think that match was as good because, again, I think Chad Gable definitely was a little bit worn out after that past weekend, and rightfully so, man. I don't put anything against Chad Gable. That was a fantastic weekend he had, but even though that match wasn't the best, it was still a good match, and a lot of talent can't do that. A lot of talent still can't put on a good match after having 2 fantastic matches. Chad Gable is just a fantastic worker, man. There's nothing else that can be said about this guy. He is just so damn good. He deserves his flowers. Give this man his flowers. He is so damn good, and I think he is a better in-ring worker now than AJ Styles. Come at me, I don't care. I believe that. I really believe it. Now you're probably wondering who I have in my number 1 position. In my number 1 position, I have Seth Rollins. I think Seth Rollins is the best in-ring technician WWE has. His way of putting on a 20-star classic and then telling a fantastic story throughout that match. Just look back at the WrestleMania match that he just had. One of, if not the best WrestleMania match of all time. And in large part, it was because of him. Seth Rollins, he deserves his love. I think he is a great, great worker. He is fantastic still, and he only has a few years left, so we really got to cherish this guy while we still have him. But again, everything I said about the previous guys about putting on a classic match right away, he can do it. I mean, just ask him to go against the worst person on the roster, and it'll still end up being a fantastic match. I'm not even kidding. He is that damn good. He takes pride in putting on a fantastic match every single time he's out there, and he does it. He does just that, and I can't say anything else about him. I just love watching him. He is just a fantastic worker. Everything about Seth Rollins is just great. Anything he does in the ring looks great. And even before, like, when he didn't have all these knee injuries, he was still one of the best there was, if not the best. And at post knee injuries, he is still the best in my opinion. But that's also because AJ Styles is getting older, and Seth Rollins, he's still in the prime of his career right now. This is the absolute prime of Seth Rollins, and if you don't think so, then I'm sorry. I can't say 10 years ago was his prime, because Seth Rollins, I think, is the most popular he's ever been, and in my opinion, he is doing a fantastic job. I love Seth Rollins, man. He is, ever since Mania, I have just had a full turnaround moment for him. I have come to appreciate him so much. He is just fantastic, and seriously, any match he is in is just fantastic. And that concludes my list of the top 10 best in-ring workers in WWE today. As I said earlier in the video, please tell me down below if you guys agree or disagree with what I have on this list. Tell me if you would rearrange certain people or have people off this list in general. And until next time, see ya.